My name is Greg McDaniel. I'm the city manager here. I'd like to welcome those in attendance today, definitely our professional staff, our law enforcement, our dispatch, fire service. All the city staff came, so thank you for coming down to celebrate this wonderful event with us today. I want to thank our partners in public safety, Nottoway County Commissioners, Nottoway County Sheriff's Office, Northwest Missouri State University Campus PD, Missouri State Highway Patrol, our volunteer firefighters and Hope Fire, Nottoway County Prosecutor's Office, and Robert Rice. I want to also welcome our special guests. Representative Alan Andrews is here, Nottoway County Economic Development Director Josh McKim, and Chamber of Commerce Director, Executive Director Lily White. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to Fire Lieutenant / Pastor Ron Christian to lead us in a prayer and blessing on the site.
You're so inclined, please bow your head with us as we seek God's favor. Our Father which art in heaven, we come before you on this beautiful and amazing day that you've given us. We seek your hand of provision and protection, Lord, because we understand, as the psalmist declared, that you are God alone, and that because of you only do we have good things in our lives. And Father, as we have come together as a community to build this public safety building that will house all sorts of police and fire and emergency responders, Father, we pray for those who will be involved in this building process and keep them safe. And Lord, as we look down the road of the many generations that this building will serve this community, Lord, we pray for the men and women that will seek to serve you by serving this community. Lord, we pray that all that we do here will be for this community.
Mayor Rachel Martin. Rachel is serving her second term as mayor and her 6th year as councilwoman, and so we appreciate Rachel's support for this project. Rachel.
Thank you, Greg. Good afternoon. I want to thank everyone in advance for parking illegally along this street. We're going to use those tickets to pay for the new furniture in the facility. Jokes aside, it's my honor and pleasure to welcome you all to this groundbreaking ceremony on behalf of the Maryville City Council and our constituents. As one of Missouri's safest cities for the past several years, our community is able to take safety for granted in some ways. A thank you to the women and men whose duty and passion is keeping us protected does not seem to be enough. Currently, our public safety officers operate out of a 1960s grocery store that would fit nearly 2.5 times into our new one. This new facility will serve as a beacon of pride, reflecting the importance and respect of public safety for Maryville and the surrounding communities. As we turn the dirt today, I am grateful to our voters for the CIP tax renewal. I'm grateful to our city staff for their countless hours maximizing the functionality and controlling the cost of the project. And I'm grateful to the women and men who are watching over our community from the Public Safety Division. Next, I'd like to welcome Keith Wood to the podium. Keith has had over 40 years in public service or public safety service, and 30 of those specifically to the city of Maryville. I don't know if you'll find somebody happier in town today than Keith Wood. He strutted up here with a smirk. I've never seen that.
Fourscore and 7 years ago, our forefathers found this old grocery store. No, in all seriousness, it has been a day or two or a year or two in the making to get us to this point, but we are thankful beyond words to say what it means to us to be here today. Going back in history just a little ways, in 2013, a still fairly new city manager to the community suggested that if we were going to look at the new public safety facility, that we needed to commission a needs assessment or a feasibility study. With that in mind, we did with WSK&F Architects. Rick, thank you. And over the course of several months, we took a look at how the current building was serving us and what the room or space-wise was needed in today's modern technology for a police fire communication center. And the building we were in was too small by about a third. So this building will represent putting us in something that is more suited for our needs. The next step that we had after the feasibility study was in 2017. April that year, the voters actually approved a half-cent sales tax extension on a capital improvement program, part of which was to fund this building. Then in early 18, we purchased, I believe it was early 18, we purchased this lot from Maryville R2. We wanted to stay as close to downtown as we could, and we think we were able to do that. The next thing that took place then was over the course of about 2 years, looking at different sites, different floor plans, things of that nature. Finally, in early this year, the architects were given the go-ahead to come up with a final design on the building. And within just a matter of weeks, I'm going to guess we're going to turn it over to E.O. Crawford, the company, after our very good street department does the preliminary dirt work. And we're anxious and excited to have them involved in the process too. In closing, I'd like to say that you might note on the fender of our patrol cars it says "committed to community," and those are not just words that we paste on the car and take lightly. We fully intend to do that, and we also appreciate the commitment that the community makes back into us. Thank you.
Thank you, Keith. Next, I would like to welcome a great friend to Maryville Public Safety in Northwest Missouri, Representative Alan Andrews.
Thank you, everybody. It's a beautiful day for this. I just want to start off by just saying a great thank you to all the people that have worked so hard to make this a reality. You know, I get to sit in a kind of a unique position because I get to observe, and I get to see what's out there, what the other communities are doing, what the other community leaders have on their plate. And it's amazing to me whenever you assess the state and you see the movers and shakers out there and look and see who we have in Maryville, Missouri, making these things happen. We have so much to be thankful for. I'm grateful. Actually, I'm grateful for how we even started this ceremony in the first place. It's exactly how we started every day in the legislature. We always start out with a prayer, acknowledging God for His watch over what we're about to do, and then of course we turn to the flag and we say the pledge. And so I'm grateful that we have a community that still sees value in that, because there's blessing in that. Whenever Keith talks about commitment to community, that's exactly what this is all about. This building is not so people can have a little nicer office, and or maybe it is just a little bit, but it's not about that. It's simply about these public safety officials and the leaders in this community seeing real value in being committed to community and making sure that people's needs are taken care of. And that's what I see in people here in Maryville and the leadership. And the voters see that too. And that's really, it's remarkable, it's encouraging, it's inspiring to see this project underway. So congratulations to all of you who worked so hard to make this happen. And God bless you all as this building goes up and serves a great need for many generations to follow. Thank you.
We're going to do a ceremonial groundbreaking here in just a few seconds, but I'd like to give a couple special thank yous and recognition. The list is lengthy. There's a lot of people involved in this project, so I'll move fast. But certainly want to echo the thoughts and the comments earlier about thanking the voters of this community for trusting us to move forward with that renewal of that half-cent capital improvement sales tax in April of 2017. A lot of you here under this tent and beyond helped get the education process out there so that voters knew exactly what we were going to do with this. Specifically the street overlay improvements, which, believe it or not, we did in the fall of last year. The South Main project that's upcoming, and then certainly this Maryville Public Safety building. So thank you to the voters for understanding that, and elected officials and staff for keeping that commitment to the voters. Maryville Public Safety staff, what an exceptional service you are to the community. Your patience and support during this whole process has been mind-blowing. We've had a lot of false starts, a lot of ups and downs. It's been a tremendous design process to get to this point, just from our existing needs, but I think we have a building that's going to serve us well into the future. General contractor, E.L. Crawford Construction, there's some representatives in back. Kelly, your team, does a fantastic job. We know firsthand you provide exceptional quality construction, and you have committed to a 360-day contract term. Just note, I am required to tell you that the people that are going to be housed in this building do carry firearms, so that deadline is firm. No, but thank you for the volume of local subcontractors you have used in your process, as well as the materials you're purchasing here. We're keeping a lot of these tax dollars here locally, and so that does not go unnoted by the city of Maryville, especially with the use of a new core building. Pre-engineered metal building is a component of this, and so we get to support one of our major industry partners here at Nucor. WSK&F Architects, Snyder & Associates, Midland Surveying. Rick, I know you're here from WSK&F. Thank you. It was a long and tedious process, but it should be. We're designing a public safety building that serves our needs into the next 50 years. That this should be a lengthy process, turning over every rock, making sure that we're designing this thing to exactly what we need. City staff, those heavily involved in the process, I'm sure I'm going to leave somebody off, but Police Chief Keith Wood, Lieutenant Ron Christian, Fire Captain Phil Rickabaugh, Dispatch Supervisor Jessica Rickabaugh, Detective Ryan Glidden, Councilman Johnson, Mayor Rachel Martin, Assistant City Manager Brian Highland, spent countless hours in meeting after meeting after meeting through, again, a tedious but necessary design process to get us to this point. I want to thank again our partners, Nottoway County Commissioners and Nottoway County Sheriff's Office, Randy Strong, your team, for continuing to be committed to Joint 911 Consolidation Dispatch. We are building that space in our facility, and so we will continue to work on that partnership and make that a reality for the community as well. Maryville R2 School District, Superintendent Becky Albright, and the school board, thank you for obviously approving the sale of this property to the city of Maryville, but also for your upcoming patience and construction. We'll do everything we can, obviously, to limit disruption to the education process at Eugene Field. And finally, a special thank you to the City Council for staying committed to this project from day one. It has been a multi-year process to get to this point through needs assessment, design, and then finally into construction. And a year from now, we'll have a celebration. We'll invite everybody back to walk through the new facility. So with that being said, let's do a ceremonial groundbreaking. I'd like the elected officials to come up. Keith, Phil, E.L. Crawford, WSK&F, you guys come up.